Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 356, and the final day of Spider-Man week. Today, the collectible of the day I've covered before, but I can't end Spider-Man week without it, and I haven't covered this comic. So today, the collectible is the Hot Toys, Marvel Comics, 1/6 scale, Iron Spider Armor Spider-Man Premium Action Figure. Introduced in the pages of Marvel Comics Spider-Man, the Iron Spider Armor has captured fans' eyes with its distinctive design elements. Brought to life through intricate and meticulous workmanship, Hot Toys presents this 1/6 scale Spider-Man. This figure features a newly crafted masked head sculpt, a specialized body allows great realistic posability, all-new metallic red and gold Spidey suit with a gold spider emblem on its chest, 3 highly detailed mechanical pincers with the multiple ratcheting joints, interchangeable hands for different classic postures, a variety of web accessories, and a dynamic figure stand for aerial poses with nameplate. The 12-inch figure is ready to protect the neighborhood with this high-tech Spider-Man suit, released by Hot Toys Collectibles. Now, the comic of the day is The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, issue number 529, with a cover date of April 2006. This is part of the Mr. Parker Goes to Washington arc, with story by J. Michael Straczynski, art by Ron Garney, and cover by Ryan Hitch. This is a first print CBCS 9.8 white pages slab, and it's one of the favorite slabs in my collection. This story is titled Mr. Parker Goes to Washington, Part 1 of 3. The story opens as Peter awakens next to Mary Jane, hearing a voice. He and Mary Jane see that it's Tony Stark's voice coming from the eagle statue in their room. Through the speaker, he tells Peter that he wants to see him in the lab. Tony reveals to Peter that he's making the final slight modifications to his new uniform, considering Peter's old one was just cloth. Stark elaborates on some of these enhancements, including mesh webbing that allows for gliding, bulletproof and heat-resistant Kevlar, and an emergency scanner. The suit's now ready to go, but before taking it for a spin, Peter inquires Tony as to how Mary Jane's arm was healed so quickly, seeing it was broken just yesterday. Just after it was broken, the bone was reset and Tony injected a compound around the break to stop the swelling, and a secondary layer of flesh tone hid the injury. Tony states that due to his career, such a process is standard procedure. An hour later, 2 armed criminals carry out a hostage attempt to escape the police. The tattooed thug says to the other that once they get in the tunnel to waste the hostage, as she's a witness. End of problem. Jimmy, however, thinks not as he sees Spider-Man sporting his new Iron Spider armor. The tattooed thug assures Jimmy not to worry, as the way he travels is by swinging from things and there's nothing to swing from, and that Spider-Man can't fly. Peter dives, opens his arms and glides using the suit's mesh webbing, appearing as if he's flying. Spidey gets on top of the car and, using his new lenses, sees the pair's body heat through the thermal vision. Subsequent hearing the police on the emergency scanner repeat that there's also units on 59th Street, Spidey shoots webs at the steering wheel and directs them towards the police. The tattooed thug tries to fire at the cops, but Spider-Man simply webs the gun aside. Jimmy surrenders peacefully, and Spider-Man takes the hostage out of the trunk. The tattooed thug blames Spidey for all of it and quickly takes Jimmy's gun and fires. Peter doesn't have time to get the girl clear and takes the bullet directly to the back. To the tattooed thug's surprise, Spider-Man is unharmed, and the police warn him not to agitate Spidey, as he's already supposed to be dead. Later on that night, Peter goes to Tony asking what his underlying motive is, and he reveals that he wants Peter to be his right-hand man in the coming conflict. Peter agrees, and Tony tells him to pack his bags because they're going to Washington. Geek fact: This issue is a major key, being the first appearance of Spider-Man's Iron Spider armor. Bonus geek fact. After Spidey was resurrected from a battle to the death with Marlin, his friend and teammate Tony Stark built him a new suit using Stark Tech, and it was obviously influenced by the colors of Stark's Iron Man. Side fact. Marlin is a central foe of all the themed versions of Spider-Man, being one of the most powerful and dangerous adversaries. He travels the multiverse to hunt all spider totems. Another bonus geek fact. Tony Stark mentions that he wants Peter to be his right-hand man in the coming conflict. That coming conflict is Civil War. Alternate armor realities. The Iron Spider armor has shown up in numerous realities and dimensions. In Ultimate Spider-Man, a grown-up Spider-Man utilizes the armor as the leader of the Ultimates. In Marvel Superhero Adventures, the Iron Spider could fly to and from space, with the ability to survive in that environment. And in Spider-Verse, Earth 19423, the armor was utilized by May Parker. Flashback fact. In Spider-Man Homecoming, when Tony Stark felt that Peter Parker was ready to join the Avengers, he presented Peter Parker with its version of the Iron Spider suit. And final geek fact. Talk about capabilities. Fabricated with advanced protein scale nanotechnology and exotic materials handling, LEP skin display, compact sensing armor, integrated life support, anti-all-spectrum communications powered by a hybrid opto-electronic computer, and using superconducting high-performance plastic throughout, the Iron Spider costume is truly one of Stark's greatest works, and Peter's most functional costumes. The costume contains spinneret stinger access ports. The Iron Spider armor possesses 3 mechanical spider arms, or Waldos, a glider device, enhanced chest piece containing titanium nitrate fabric, a mask filtration device, enhanced lenses, and the Iron Spider armor has a total of 17 layers throughout its workings, with each performing a different, separate, and important function. The Scarlet Spider's costume also carries several weapons, such as pulse cannons and repulsor grenades. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.